Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy87 and this is Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All Part 2. In the previous video we kicked off our first case of the game where we've got amnesia and we don't remember how to be a defense attorney because some dude whacked us upside the head with a fire extinguisher. We're trying to prove old Bird here is innocent in the murder of her boyfriend. Amnesia? But, you know, it's kind of hard to do because of the aforementioned amnesia. I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Well, why didn't you tell me, sir? Well, we didn't remember that we had amnesia. That's kind of the point of amnesia. I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. Don't you dare whack me and try and bring my memory back. If you do, you will be in court for a different case immediately. I heard you could fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Lady, we will be in the courtroom so damn fast if you hit me. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on that one. Come on. Sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try and tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Or ever. You don't have to say today, just don't ever tackle our head, please. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Like, do you remember where my rent check is at? Because they are desperately trying to evict me because we haven't paid in 6 months. Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name, right? Get it? Weird name, right? Because our name is Wright. This is serious. You really don't remember? I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back and maybe it'll help. Also, are we devilishly handsome? This is a business card. I got this from you. It's our most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay, there are some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Okay, my cell phone number on the back. I guess for now we should stop talking about me. Now, why would our cell phone number be important? Interesting. Start talking about this case. This case? Yup, can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? Well, I actually did do it. I killed him. He was a piece of garbage, and I'm glad I did it. I mean, what can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with the cell phone, but, cell phone? Oh, it's not important. You don't need to know. Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up and tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. Maybe we were on to this guy beforehand, and that's why we decided to take up the case, because it sounded similar to some other murder or something that this dude's committed. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. Oh, the Blue Badger. She's got that merch, yo. Dude, this guy looks like he's 45. He does not look like he's 30 years old. You're 30 years old and you look like that, please get some skincare, like, pronto. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. You didn't tell him where you were, though. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where's this phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Oh, so that's not our cell phone. Huh? To me? Is this that phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I mean, probably. I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up. Ah! You were here all along? Oh, hello. You were so mean! I called you a million times and you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Can you use your spirit powers to bring back our memory, Maya? Ah, who in the heck is this? Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too? Hey, good morning, Maggie. And good morning to you too, Maya. Okay, so they know each other. So I guess she's been here for a little bit. So how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh, what if I said everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra decisive super important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring. Oh, thanks. What the heck is this, a list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. Looks like these guys are up to no good. No good. As in, there's a group of con artists and police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. A list of unfamiliar names and phone numbers. Members of a con artist group? Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. And where did you get this list from in the first place? Also, asking for a friend, what's your name? How do you spell it? Who are you? What's your life story? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? Also, why do you call us Nick? Our name is Phoenix Wright. I mean, it's kind of like Phoenix, Nick. Is that why you do it? I honestly don't remember why she calls you Nick, if I'm being completely honest. These numbers were in memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're always forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Oh no, are we actually old and we don't know it? Maya, actually Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Go back to the lunchroom immediately. You have English class in 10 minutes. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops, I guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck. I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't! Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah, seriously, who the hell is Nick? Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. Gobbledygook. I've always wanted to use that word in court, too. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. I asked that the court might be a little lenient on... There's no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness Murdery McMurderface, a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Now, you may think, this dude looks like he's the villain of the chapter, and I would like you to not think that, please. Don't think that. Stop thinking that. You're already thinking that he's the murderer, aren't you? God dang it. This always happens. Please state your name for the court witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Alright, go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk? Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Surely, I suppose calling me a university student would have been sufficed, but now I'm evil and top quality grade. I'm really looking for a perfect, top-notch, unbeatable university. Don't you see? I have a righteous selection process. Dude, I can't read fast and do a voice. It's impossible. It can't be done. I could maybe do one or the other. Well, I could maybe read fast if I was just reading it normally, but I can't do it in voice. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. What is he, a human chatterbox? I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you weren't wearing glasses. Dun dun dun. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want me to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down? I see how you work. You old people and your dirty tricks, you thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again? Oh man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. Some even call me the Drift King. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were taking a strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, I am... Anyway, please testify the court what you saw during your walking through the park. So you said it again, taking a walk. You know, you... What you witness will do, Mr. Wellington. Okay. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, as I remember her sweet face, it was that pretty defendant there. I remember how she got mad at me when I tried to ask her digits now that she was single. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. Banana, eh? That was certainly a decisive testimony. I really could go for a banana right now for some reason. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's the drugs. I mean, maybe because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yeah, if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. This guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. Don't listen to Wellington's lies? Okay. I just want to go ahead and press the last statement. The banana? Well, it was actually more than just one, more like a bunch of bananas. Now what would a bunch of bananas be doing here? I mean, it's not really a contradiction, but I mean, I guess we present the glove here? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's gotta be lying about the bananas. He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, what if he thought it was seeing one thing and it was something else? If he mistook something else, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think! Oh no, that means not real yet, Phoenix. You can't reference it yet. If my client is innocent, there's no way he could have seen what he says. Okay? I mean, like, I get it. You're supposed to, I mean, I get what they're going for. You present the baseball glove, that's the bananas, but, like, I don't think it's actually relevant. So I feel like this could be a trap. So, like, I don't know if it's just, like, you know, it's the tutorial case, so it's, like, kind of easy. Or if this is a trap that we shouldn't fall into, but we'll try it. Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. That's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? What? Oh, a baseball glove. Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite of justice? That's not... It's a... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. A man has no clue what the fuck a baseball glove is. This witness... Oh, okay. I get what you're going for, righty boy. Yeah, I had, like, no clue what the relevance was until the multiple choice, so thanks for that. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Well, why are you asking me this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. Sir, you have glasses on? Your opinion doesn't matter. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people, yes, you know what I mean. Like those people who refuse to accept Galileo for the Copernican theory. You use your word to view in the end, you find out this is a fact, not gloved up and as a view from afar. I think there's enough room for doubt, don't you? And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're gonna tell me that's terrible, right? I mean, it is pretty bad. It's about as bad as my actual eyes are. So, you know, I sympathize, but... why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? Well, it's not because they were crushed in a murder or nothing. That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about a witness? You are an unrelenting evil man. You're like those people who rejected Joan of Arc. She was brave and courageous, only to be caught by the horrible people and gruesomely burned at the... Which boils down to you not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven by the witness. Or cannot be proven to be the same. I don't know, I phrased it wrong. But the height difference is only 9 feet! If anything is more than like 6 inches away from my face, if I don't have my contacts in, I cannot see anything. So, you know, 9 feet's it's a long way. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit. It is absolutely 100% not possible. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. Oh, he's huffing and he's puffing. The girl in the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. 6:45 p.m. 6:45 p.m., eh? 17 minutes after the time of death? Seems very likely. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that that girl is the murderer. I question the witness now, Mr. Wright. What's up, buddy? She ran away, just like that. Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? The witness has already answered that question. He has stated the defendant is the culprit. That is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question. What are you talking about? How can I get more information out of him? Maybe if we were to walk up and poke him repeatedly. Immediately? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? All they learn is how to get crippling debt. Hey Nick, I think you should... Yeah, I know, okay? I don't need to be tutorialized that much. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. Now, curious. Curious. Really makes you think, doesn't it? So what of it? You said you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Ah! I think the court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. Yeah, the witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It is only to be expected that he would be a little dazed, perhaps even confused. 15 minutes is hardly what I call a little daze. Yeah. Dude, who's about to karate chop us? Mr. Wellington. Yes. Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Well, okay. I've got a dead body fetish, and I was just so hot and bothered that I had to crank one out real quick. I'm sorry. It took longer than normal, but, answer the question. The telephone. I mean, spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a, you know, the doll. I forget how you, however you say the name of the doll. You know the doll, the Russian doll thing. You must think you're really something special. Witness. Matrushka doll? Is that it? I lost my cell phone. There, you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone? You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard that all geniuses have a strange quirk or two? So with that rationale, since I have my own quirk, that means I am a genius. I think you can plain and simple understand. Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone, could it be... You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way! Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Can we look at, like, the phone record? No? He's still looking for the Wright College. I mean, you may as well question further, right? What's the worst that could happen? Mr. Wellington! Where's her cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he got his phone. I thought that just maybe this was his. If only there was some way to prove this. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. Well, that's about the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? Just call me Mr. Question because I got a question. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough. I think. A phone? It's very simple. This is the evidence that backs up my claim. And yet again, you have presented this course with an obtuse... Okay, is it the name records? Huh? It's obtuse and meaningless. I don't get you at all. Yeah, whatever. Why do you... I was looking at the evidence and he just hit me. I thought, hey, he really didn't have to look for a phone. Why don't you present that piece of evidence? Please present the proof that the witness had no need. Had no need to look for a phone. Am I crazy? It's not the phone. I mean, because I feel like we need to prove that this is his phone, right? I hammered my cell phone on the back. Oh, there, okay. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. A crime scene photo? Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. What if you don't understand my logic after looking at it? Something is wrong with you! No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Order! Order! What is reporting the crime a little late proof for the defense? Reasonable doubt, bitch. The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. This is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Ooh. Okay. I'm just kind of vibing for a second to the music. Little electronic beeps and bloops. And I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. There was no reason for him to kill for it. On top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for a cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else? Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Oh, okay, it's time for the Phoenix Wright memoirs. What's the deal with airplane? I'm sorry. Can you offer any? I have an idea. There's only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned, if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Yes, Your Honor. Probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Okay, why didn't... I mean, my initial assumption is that, you know, he's writing the words. So, get blasted? Get blasted? You're not blasted? Perhaps? That was just an idea I thought I'd throw out. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna penalize you later. Why didn't they call right away? So if he had... So, okay, so he was trying to get his glasses back, I guess? So the glasses were found under the victim's body, which makes it sound like maybe they found the glasses as well, and the guy had them on them, but... So, I mean, they had the cell phone. So he's looking for his cell phone? On the dead body, I guess? Oh, okay. I feel like that made sense, kinda. I mean, okay, they do give you, like, extra HP. You can make more than 5 mistakes. Now, I wonder if maybe it doesn't refresh in between, trial sections now? Body was covered in bruises. Body, I mean, but why would he have been beating him up after he... Mr. Wellington! What? Don't do that! You almost gave me a heart attack! These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under The victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order! Order! No, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and search frantically for them. What he didn't realize is they were under the victim's body. Okay, see that I mean, I guess I can kind of understand that logic, but that was not what I was thinking. I was thinking that he just happened to have the glasses on him and they got crushed as he was falling. Like, you know, he had them like in his front pocket or something, and then when he fell face forward, they got crushed. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. But the game's logic makes sense. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Yeah, it's kind of our MO. Of course. That is precisely what I'm doing. Ooh, more new music. Oh, he's freaking out, dude. I know that I'm right. Yeah, we know you're right. I mean, come on. We're constantly talking about your name. Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright. He's the real murderer. You figured it out, Nick? Seriously, who the hell is Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to the case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! This is so exciting watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Order! Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer? Yeah, yes, that's correct. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you're not the murderer. I would like to invoke the legal defense known as, I know you are, but what am I? Second only to the, I'm rubber, you're glue, everything you say bounces off me and sticks to you. Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yes, even an idiot can read that, right? We already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone who the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would the person know her name was Maggie, or Maggie? That is a good point. Witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial, or did he? I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? If he's a con artist, maybe he's aware of people? But I mean, I figured if his name was on here, it would have been... I mean, there has to have been a way, right? So... even if I don't know what it is, I feel like we have to say there was a way. Wouldn't it be best if I could prove the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie? Now then, will the defense please present its case? Well, they called, right? It's possible she said her name was Maggie, right? They were supposed to meet up. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try and find it by calling it? How did you... Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Shut up. This shit is cool, I want to hear more. Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there's some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Yeah, remember when we saw that? Gosh, a long time ago. You can call me Maggie. Oh, you can see the little, the glove in the bag. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie? But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? I love that phrase. My client's name is Maggie, but the name on the gram was written Maggie. Obviously they're different. This is a mistake that could only occur if you knew only how her name sounded. Order! Order! But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive! And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Unless, of course, you're me. I kill people all the time. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That's absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright? Your Honor? Can you explain what motive the witness could have also had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Well, I mean, yeah, kind of. But technically our job's done. I mean, the judge himself has already said our client is guilty, or innocent, I mean. So, you know, we could just pack our bags and go home early if we wanted to. Oh, it's gonna take 2 pieces of life. Okay, so maybe there's like different sections take extra life now? Okay. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this, a list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined the people on this list are members of a certain group. A heinous sex cult. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This is a list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. Names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group. What? Con artist? Can you explain why these numbers are on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. You're just like those cops who raided that brilliant artist. They discovered their genius with the dialogue of the goddess. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. No one understands your references anyway. All I want is for you to tell us what that list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is an unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Once again, this shit's kind of cool. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't it obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into the phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Alright, guilty. Let's go home. Well, Mr. Wellington? Get it? I said well, and your name is Wellington. Like, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? Bathroom break? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness? You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Yeah, but like, you know, you miss every shot you don't take. But please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet back up and I can give this back. The defendant already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. But, counterpoint, all he does is he sees that guy has a police officer's uniform on, and he thinks that she's talking to the police about what she's found. Why then would he need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? I think it's a load of crock. Think about it logically, then it makes sense. Maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Shut up, Mia. Yeah, let's see if we can, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. So now the question is, what do we present to prove that he's a police officer? I feel like we maybe just present his profile. I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. He was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright. He's a policeman? What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Nah, the other guy. Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. No time to change. He went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh! God, he looks so old. The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman? He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the police would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I knew anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic, is that what you're saying? Exactamundo. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in a uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? Lunch break? It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... I'm not about to crack. You're about to crack. Oh, he's laughing. Oh, he's laughing, dude. Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. Evidence? That guy's really creeping me out. All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. They used to say that phone is really mine. Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I told you earlier. The phone I've lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. You can be sure that it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? Feels good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Anyway, without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor. This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. If only there was some number we could call. There has to be something I overlooked. Stored numbers? This phone is the names and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What are we trying to determine is who that phone belongs to? Who cares about phone numbers are stored on it? But like, can we just like, just call the phone number here? And whichever one rings is ours? A witness is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject. Shut up. Okay, fine. I mean, I didn't want to do fingerprints because, well, you know, you're not going to be able to find fingerprints, like, quick enough. I've got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? The fuck are those? Is that some newfangled invention the kids are doing these days? Like baseball? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? You got that from Maggie. You wiped it off. What? said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. Oh, it's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. Made a complete recovery. How many times I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see. Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence? Mr. Wellington? What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Okay, so I bet what happened is when he knocked us out, he stole what he thought was his phone, and actually it was our phone. And so we're gonna call the number, and then his phone is gonna ring, not our phone, proving that he stole our phone and we have his phone. And I mean, I know where this is going. And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my god! Now I remember! I'm a dweeb! Huh. Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free! I know. I know this phone has to be his. How am I supposed to prove something like that? If only there was some number you could type into the phone and then it would make some sort of alarm. Gosh, if only technology had come this far. You cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is. Your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up with a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. Merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am. The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. I believe they call it, Burger King? Yes, of course. A restaurant fit for royalty such as myself. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit! What am I supposed to do? I supposed to just let go at that? Please wait, Your Honor. Alright, Nick. Once again, who's Nick? I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions, like, why are you a murderer? You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Alright, fine. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. Now, if you were to mess up a few well, you know, maybe not your last chance. You can probably mess up like 3 or 4 more times before you run out of HP, but if you run out of HP on the tutorial case, the game automatically uninstalls and deletes it from your hard drive, and you're never allowed to re-download it again. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. Only get one shot at this. You cannot prove everything. It's over. For your client and for you. Sure, you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. You paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Phoenix Wright could only present one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright. This is your last chance. All comes down to this. It's go time. Get blasted? Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there's something very important about that card, and that is... This card is important because of what is written on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Right now? But court is still in session. It's okay. You'll see. Okay, if you say so. I think you might want to get like a different phone, girly. You know, that one's got like bad memories associated with it. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? I'm going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. All the idiotic, stupid things to... By God, that's Phoenix Wright's music. What? Why is my phone? And what is this stupid sounding ringtone? Why does it remind me of the Blue Bomber? Mr. Wellington? How strange. Some might even call it curious. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. No, you can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for my lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further except to say, when you want to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Maya, the music, Maya, the music, the music, Maya. Another Man Sent to the Shadow Realm by Phoenix Wright. So, that's what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone, and in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he had become paranoid and lost his ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding? It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? Fucking dead, dude. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird. Confetti, oh boy. That is all. This court is adjourned. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. I mean, most people who are murdered don't do anything to deserve it, Maya. Probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, but the fact that you're still alive means you're incredibly lucky, actually. I failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. Well, that's just, like, truly pathetic. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. What's up? Pretty bad. Well, the check will be in the, or, you know, your thing where you pay me will be in the mail. Not the check, but the invoice? Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Your invoice will be in the mail. We charge $11 billion an hour. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently, too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk, and, well, long story short, there's one less old lady in the world. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Wait, what? Oh, kinky. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is all that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. Next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the goddess misfortune is only a name. You bet. I'm gonna make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okie dokie. Good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourself, too. Guys, like, I would like to end the video, in the chapter, please. What a horrible day. Got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really have me worried. Also, who the hell are you? Come on, let's go back to the office. We have one of those? I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but who are you? What? Oh, you said you got your memory back. We only got the important stuff back. That moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The judge, we don't know his name yet, technically. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions, and we know it's something that can be shortened to Uji based on the, the Chapter 5 trial of the previous game, but technically that hasn't canonically happened yet. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. Except for that one time he made Edgeworth guilty. Remember when he said Edgeworth was guilty, and then we just kind of had to pretend that didn't happen? This person, I don't got a clue. I think that was Edgeworth, right? Where they did the, they actually did the guilty verdict, but then... Oh yeah, that was when, like, Larry comes in, right? And he's like, actually, he seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else? And this girl. Maya! Yeah! You finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her, like that time, when we, all the things we did. For example, Earth to Nick, what's wrong? Keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay, okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since you came back into my life. That story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Okay, so then we're going to go a little back in time. Reunion and turnabout. Well, we will investigate that in the next video, since this is going pretty long for part 2 of a series, but it kind of felt we had to push through and finish the trial once we got about like 40 minutes in, because we were so close to the end. But I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.